I'm here with head women's soccer coach Jason Burr. And Jason, your 2015 season opens up with an exhibition this coming Saturday. How exciting is it for the team to be able to get out there and finally play against somebody else?
Yeah, it's always an exciting time during the season for the players to be able to see outside competition. We've been battling each other for the past 6 or 7 days now, and honestly, we see other teams in the conference have already started their preseason games, and so our kids are itching. They're ready to get out there, and we're excited that we held off on this preseason game and let it sort of drag out a little bit because we needed to spend a lot of time with our team on some different tactical things that we've been working on throughout the spring and obviously into this fall when we're incorporating these new freshmen. And so we're glad we didn't do it right away, but I think we're at the point now where the girls are ready to get it going. So
Now, while the fans will be a chance for them to get to see the team as a whole, there are going to be a lot of familiar faces, specifically 5 seniors, a great core group. How much does having a group like that of seniors mean for the team and mean for you as a coach and leading the team?
yeah, it's awesome. It's been great for us, having been here for a year now, really getting to know them better as people and as players, really working with their leadership characteristics as we did last spring. It's been awesome. All 4 or 5 of those kids have been playing all 4 of their years here at IPFW, and so they understand what it takes to be successful in the Summit League. They understand the rigors it's going to be from a week in or weekend out type proposition that they're going to have. And honestly, for the 6 new freshmen, it's going to be great for them to be able to rely on the 5 seniors to really help them get prepared for the season as we go through the non-conference and then on into the conference season.
Let's talk about the team a little bit this year. Starting off with the attack, who do you have back and who do you see being a real key for the team on the offensive portion of the game?
Yeah, I mean, when we're talking about seniors, I think we go right to Rachel Good. Goody is a kid that is explosive. She's dynamic. Didn't score a ton of goals for the team last year, but the attention that she draws away from some of our other players is always going to be an important thing. So that she's someone that we've talked to. We've set a little bit of a number for her to try to achieve in terms of goal scoring, and not only is she someone that we think we can rely on to score goals, but obviously is also someone that we think is going to be able to create for a lot of her teammates as well. So we're really excited about what she's going to be able to do to kind of finalize her career here at IPFW.
Now in the middle, you've got a strong group led by 3 seniors. Talk about the group you have there in the midfield.
Yeah, I mean it's an exciting group. I think it's always interesting when you have players that can play multiple roles and can do some different things. One of the really big things that we worked on last spring was really kind of our functional movement off of the ball, as well as some of the tactical stuff that we want to do with our midfielders getting involved more so in the attacking third of the field. And so we've got some players that we think can really not only help us from a defensive standpoint, but really are going to be able to make an impact going forward. And one of the players that I think we're really relying on in that scenario is going to be Tessa Edwards. She's someone that is a captain for us this year. The team all sees her as a leader. She's someone that we know we're going to rely on to do sort of the yeoman's work there in the midfield. She's going to have to be a box-to-box midfielder and someone that covers a ton of ground, and not only is going to be able to be a holding midfielder like she was for us last year, but she's got a lot of additional attacking responsibilities that we've sort of added on to her this year as well. So she's going to bear the brunt of a lot of the workload in the midfield, but someone that we think can really handle that and someone that we're going to lean on quite a bit this year.
Now in the defense, Kelsey Carlson is back as a senior, but there's also other strong players returning to give you some experience on the backside of the defense.
Yeah, it's great. We look at Kelsey obviously as someone that played a majority of minutes last season and someone that we think that is going to be sort of the rock in the back line for us. But we've got some new faces that are coming in there with some of the freshmen that are battling for time in the back line. We moved one of our forwards back into the back line last season in Cassidy Simpkins as an outside back that we think is really going to be able to do a job for us there. And so it's a position that we're not blessed necessarily with a ton of depth back there, but the talent that we have on the back line, we're pretty excited about and think they can do a good job of making sure that the ball stays out of the back of the net.
And then the other job, particularly responsible for keeping the ball at the back of the net, goalkeeper. You're going to have 2 new players vying for that position. Talk about those 2 a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Kylie Dunning is our only returning goalkeeper, and she's a kid that didn't get to play a ton in games in the fall, so the spring was incredibly important to her from a development standpoint. And honestly, when we had her in games in the spring, she was an incredible player for us. We know that she's going to rise to the occasion when she puts those gloves on and stands in the pipes. She's going to be someone that we know we can rely on to step up in big games and keep us in those big games. So she's someone that we know can get the job done because we saw it all last spring, and we're excited to see her get the job done in the fall. But honestly, it's been great having a freshman come in Haley Leiden, who Haley jumped in the scene pretty late for us in the recruiting process, and she's come in, and we didn't know exactly what to expect. We knew what type of keeper she could be, but we really didn't know what to expect when she showed up on campus. And to be honest, it's been awesome because she's the type of kid that's going to push for minutes in the games, and someone that we know is going to be reliable. And honestly, she's explosive and dynamic, and we're excited about having someone be able to push our returning goalkeeper in Kylie and give her a real challenge. And honestly, it's also someone just from a training standpoint and a competitive standpoint that they're each going to be battling throughout the entire season. And that part's been really exciting, not just to our coaching staff, but I think Kylie's really been excited about having someone else in the goal with her as well.
Yeah. Well, good luck this Saturday, Coach, and go to gomastodons.com for all of your soccer information.
Thank you.